Hello my dudes, I have a very special announcement today. What's up guys, my name is Dal and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I make bookish content, travel content, and miscellaneous collection content. Today's video is going to be bookish content because I am announcing a readathon. This upcoming readathon is called the Sherlock-A-Thon and it was created by Opal over at Opalescent, and I am co-hosting along with Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe. I will link both their channels down below. Go check them out. They're both really cool and I love them and they're so great. This readathon will take place from March 8th to March 27th and there are 6 prompts, all Sherlock Holmes related. So if you're really into cozy mysteries or just Sherlock Holmes in general, come over and join us. I was gonna read the prompts and then I lost my spot. Number 1 is The Game is Afoot. Read a book that begins in the middle of an exciting event. 2 is Elementary. Read a good old murder mystery. 3 is High Functioning Sociopath. Read a book with a morally great protagonist. 4. My Dear Watson. Read a book starring a dynamic duo. 5 is Inspector Lestrade. Read a book involving law enforcement. And finally, number 6, Nothing New Under the Sun. Read a book that is directly inspired by Sherlock Holmes. So as always, any type of media is allowed. I know both Opal and Olivia are adding manga and graphic novels to their TBR. I'm adding short Kindle books to my TBR just so I can try to reach all 6 prompts. Do whatever you guys feel the need to do, and then come join us. It's going to be a great, fantastic time. I will be doing this while I'm in Florida. Sitting in a spinny chair, so I'm trying not to move a lot, but my feet can't reach the ground, so it's inevitable. So I'm gonna talk kind of quietly because I'm in a hotel room right now. I'm currently in Orlando, Florida for the Disney College program, and it's very echoey, and I don't know how thin these walls are, so I'm trying not to bother people because it's almost midnight. Here I'm gonna talk about my TBR for the Sherlock-A-Thon. So for the first prompt, The Game is Afoot. Read a book that begins in the middle of an exciting event. So the book I chose for this prompt is The Raw Shark Text by Stephen Hall, and this is about a guy who wakes up and doesn't know where he is or who he is, and they're trying to tell him he's having another episode of memory loss. The second prompt is Elementary. Read a good old murder mystery. So I chose The Crucifix Killer by Chris Carter, which is part of a series called Robert Hunter. So according to the summary, because a lot of these books I'm reading on my Kindle and I don't know what a lot of these books are about because I'm trash, but it seems like the body of a young woman was found, mutilated, her skin was ripped off her face, and it was while she was still alive, and then there's a double cross on her neck, which is basically the sign of the Crucifix Killer. So our guy, Robert Hunter, is trying to find out who the Crucifix Killer is. Then we have The High Functioning Sociopath, which is read a book with a morally gray protagonist. My Goodreads is acting up, but for this one I chose Zombie Room by an author I don't know. Let me just look that up. So it's by R.D. Ronald. It's about 3 men who serve time in prison and their bond's very unlikely, so you're just kind of seeing where their life goes after incarceration. This one I wasn't too sure about because I don't know how morally gray these characters will end up being, but I realized I've read a lot of stories where you talk about inmates and because, you know, they're in jail for a reason, but you also grow to care for them, so that's why I think they're morally gray. Then we have My Dear Watson, which is read a book starring a dynamic duo. So for this book, I chose Lisa and Lottie, I think it's called. I am not well prepared for this video in the slightest. Lottie and Lisa, so I was close enough. So this is a German book, I believe. I forgot who the author was. Goodreads is acting up, so I have the titles down. I forgot to write down the authors. But this is a book from Germany, and this is the book that The Parent Trap was based off of, I believe. So I'm making it like a personal reading goal in my life to read all the books that become Disney movies, and The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, and I think the original one as well, are Disney movies. So I have to read this book in order to achieve that personal challenge. So yeah, if you've seen The Parent Trap, I think that's basically what this book is about. Then, Inspector Lestrade, read a book involving law enforcement. So again, we're going to go back to a Robert Hunter book by Chris Carter, which is The Executioner. Robert Hunter goes to a church because he's called to a church and he sees a decapitated priest. So who's the murderer of this decapitated priest? That sounds interesting as hell. I don't remember adding a lot of these books to my TBR. They kind of just appeared. So I guess it's a good thing I brought my Kindle to Disney and nothing but my Kindle so I can actually read these things. So then the very last prompt is Nothing New Under the Sun. Read a book that is directly inspired by Sherlock Holmes. And the book I chose for this is Nevermore by William Hortzberg. I don't really know how to pronounce that. Okay, so this book is about Harry Houdini, Arthur Conan Doyle, and I believe Sherlock Holmes might be involved as well, solving murders actually, because this guy is committing murders in the style of Edgar Allan Poe's books, and I thought that would be really cool because a lot of old-time authors coming together. I mean, Harry Houdini's not an author, but old-time figures coming together, I guess. And I believe, I don't know if this is like what the movie's based off of, but there's basically a movie with this plot where like this guy's committing murders in the style of Edgar Allan Poe's stories. So I think that's actually kind of cool, but I don't know if it's based off this book. And that was my TBR, so sorry it was kind of like rushed and just bad just because of this area I am in right now. But I hope you guys can join us. It's going to be a fun time. Send me your TBRs. I'm excited to see them, and I will see you guys later. Ciao, tutti.